Hi, let me tell you a story about my brother's path to his engineering degree and his dream of discovering the world. But let's go back a bit to his childhood. Well, my brother was a big trouble at home. My mom couldn't stand up to him. He was always breaking stuff and touching things he wasn't supposed to. But this wasn't arbitrary or just for fun. My brother loved to break electronic devices to know how they were made. He always wanted to know the purpose of every artifact and also its function. So when he grew older, he started to get involved with engineering and told my mom how he wanted to be an engineer himself and travel the world to study and to discover new things. Well, fast forward till 2009, the year my brother got into college and started studying. After 2 semesters, he got the opportunity to travel a cultural exchange to Germany. So he could spend a semester studying in the city of Potsdam, south of Germany, where big industries were located, and that's when he got to work. He applied and got the ticket to Germany and started to learn some German so he could at least go to a bar and not use signs to communicate he wanted a beer or maybe two. Some weeks later, he packed his luggage and left home to a new adventure. Happy with his decision, my brother arrived in Germany and took it for a ride. He got good grades, he learned as much German as he could at the streets, and started working at an Italian restaurant so he could survive, which he said it was humbling and also entertaining. He learned to properly cook, to wash dishes, to withstand an angry boss and do it all by himself. It was a big nurturing experience for a 20-year-old. Plus, our family loves food. So waking up, going to work, and enter a warm rosemary-like fragrant place was kinda great. Working with the soft braid dough running through his hands was relaxing, and also harvesting the different kind of fruit from the restaurant garden was a smell stimulation which gave him the shivers while melting his mouth. Things weren't great economically at the time, so he had to deal with his own subsistence with that job. An amazing but very demanding job. After 6 months of living the life of an exchange student, my brother wasn't done. He wanted to stay there for another 6 months, even if that meant to work 2 jobs and keep studying online classes from college, which wasn't usual back then, not like now. After making a deal with the university, he managed to pull his move off and started another job as a builder, applying some knowledge from his career. Everything was just fine. But one thing. After working 3 months on building, his boss just stopped to pay him with no fair reason. And it was a big issue because he didn't know what to do and he started to reflect on his health. Things were bad. Without knowing where to go, he could barely pay his bills. Hair was falling out from his head. But then he remembered a friend had a father who was an attorney. So he went for help with them and asked them if they could maybe do a favor or two. And after some days of surviving with what he had, his friend's father managed to squeeze his boss with the law on his side to pay him. And finally, my brother could be calm and got paid even better than what he expected. After that episode of bad luck, my brother finished his stance in Germany and achieved his goals. Eventually, he would make a master in the Technische Universität of Berlin and got married with my now sister-in-law, Sarah, who he met at the subway after having way too many drinks. And he's now living in Hamburg, working for a French aerospatial company, happy with his wife and without nobody telling him what to do. And it was all by his done, so he's happy. Thank you.